Alright guys, here we are at the Tech Fighter channel with another competition. This time we're going to be competing clear back cases for your iPhone 7 Plus. Before I get into the competition though, I just wanted to mention that the winner of the giveaway for the Neo Hybrid Crystal, which is this case right here, is Ben Kurth. Ben space Kurth. I will be getting in touch with you so you can give me your address and I'll be sending you that case. Thanks for subscribing, by the way. And for those of you who have not subscribed, there's going to be another giveaway. We're going to be giving away the Unicorn Beetle, and I'll be announcing the winner of that case in my next competition video. So let's start. First off, I'm not even going to bother with the unboxing. Here, you know what boxes look like. Here's the UAG. That's going to be a competitor. Here is the Spigen Ultra Hybrid 2, which is the revised version. That's going to be a competitor. Here we have the Neo Hybrid Crystal, also by Spigen. That's going to be a competitor. And one of my favorites, Unicorn Beetle. They always make great cases. That's going to be the fourth competitor. So let's start off with the UAG. It's a great militaristic look on this case. You either love it or you hate it as far as the design. Let's go ahead and put the phone in there. Volume side first. Goes in fairly easily. Protection. The lip is pretty generous. Looks nice. Yeah, it's protected. Corners reinforced. Camera well protected. Look at that nice texture on the power button. You don't even have to see it to know where to press it. And the volume buttons, nice and clicky. You can probably even hear that. The mute switch, it's pretty easy to get to. Cutouts, this is what a lot of people don't like about this case. And that's that jack hole. That basically they set it up that way so they could sell it to people with the iPhone 6s Plus or the 6 Plus. So you don't have the uniform look on the bottom. I don't really care, but some people do. The look on the back, I really like the look of this case. Now, the downside about this case, it's not completely clear in the back. The jack hole. And it's a little bit more bulky than the other cases. So those are the negatives on that one. Positives, since it's not completely clear, it's not that much of a fingerprint magnet. It's got great protection. Have no problem dropping this phone. And it looks great. Alrighty. Comes off and on pretty easily too. So that's another plus. You know what? That's actually not true. It comes off pretty difficult. So forget that. That's not a plus. It's kind of hard to take off for some reason. Okay. Next case is the Unicorn Beetle. Let's see. This one goes in very easily. Comes off really easily too. Okay. Back in. All right. Protection. There's a sufficient sized lip on the edge there. There we go. So you can set it down without a problem. Protection on the camera. Adequate. The bottom cutouts. Ooh, that's nice. Nice and uniform. And it looks like, well, I didn't have any problem charging it when I was using it. Now this is a problem. See, I used all these cases for several days to see how I liked them. And the truth is, even though these guys have consistently made some of my favorite cases, that was not the case with this one. Pun intended. Why? Because of the power button. There's no ridges on it. Nothing that would indicate to you where it is, with the exception of maybe a couple of lines. But if you're just grabbing the phone, you're like, you have to fumble around a little bit before you actually hit the power button. I hated that. That's the negative on that one. And of course, it's a fingerprint magnet. Look at that. Fingerprint magnet. Okay, so let's move on to the next one. The next one we will go with the Neo Hybrid Crystal. It's easier to put the bumper on there first and then put the case. Put the phone in the case. Look at that, I'm putting it in backwards. Swap that out. It shows I'm not really paying that much attention. Okay. Boom, corner in. Boom, corner in. That one's a little bit harder to put on than the Unicorn Beetle, but it went on okay. Look at all the... I purposely didn't clean the case so you would see how many smudges get on that case. Really on all of these except the UAG. You know, what I really liked about this one as I was using it was that the grip on this case is amazing. You can't hardly see there, but I could almost not even put my finger on it. It won't fall off my fingers. I'm not gripping it. So it was really easy to hold this phone while it was in this case. The grippiness was really great. Now I don't like that it kind of looks a little cheap. I don't like this little clear look on the sides. I wish they could have made it all jet black and then just clear on the back. And another thing, I personally haven't had this issue, but some people complained about the longevity of this case, that it would break on them. The openings are nice and symmetrical. The power button has a little bit of clickiness to it. You can definitely feel it as you're putting your finger on the side of the phone. You can feel where the button is. So you don't have the same problem with this one as you would with the Unicorn Beetle. And the lip, yeah, it's got a fairly nice lip. Let's see if you can see it there, right there. Yeah. So yeah, you can set this down. Protection for the camera, yeah, that one's fine too. Okay. Taking it off and on, it's fairly easy. It's not as easy as the Unicorn Beetle, but it came off fairly easy. Anyway, this one's for Ben Kurth. And then the final case. This one is the Ultra Hybrid 2. Very similar to the Neo Hybrid, but this one, the bumper is permanently attached. And this one goes into the case. Ooh, nice and easy. Very easy. Has a nice lip also. See that? So yeah, you can set that down. No problem. Check out these little nibs on the corners. I hope you can see that. They're raised on the back too. See if I can get a good, there you go, right here. Every corner has a slightly raised nib. You can see it there too. So when you can set it down this way and the back of the case doesn't get scratched up. So there's protection on both sides. And for the camera too. There's nice protection there. And of all of them, power button on this one was the best. Really nice and clicky. I really don't see a negative to this case other than the smudginess, but you know, if you're getting this kind of case, you're going to get smudges with the exception of the UAG because that one's not completely clear. So, if I put them all next to each other, which one do I prefer? I'll tell you, for sure, I did not, and this is a surprise, because I really like unicorn Beetles on my previous phones. But I just didn't like this one. That power button being hard to find is a pain on a day-to-day basis. So that one's out. Okay, the Neo Hybrid had great grip, but it's kind of cheesy looking in my opinion. I don't know, it's just too shiny or something. I guess that's kind of an objective thing. I mean, subjective thing. Oh well. I don't really like it, so that one's out. Oh. Great thing about this one was the grip. So it comes down to these two. For me, both of them have a nice power button. Both of them have a good lip. This one's a little bit thinner. This one's a little bulkier. The jack hole on the left on the UAG. No jack hole on the Ultra Hybrid 2. You know, I actually used these cases for several days each. And when it comes to day-to-day use, the most comfortable of all of them was the Ultra Hybrid 2. It just has everything. And by the way, none of these had the oil slick look or whatever, you know, that happens with the jet black. All of these seem to have taken care of that issue. So if that concerns you and you like one of the other ones, none of them had that problem. They're all good as far as that. I'm going to give the win to this, to the Ultra Hybrid 2. It just has everything. Everything that I liked. It looks great too. So there you go. That's the winner. Ultra Hybrid 2. If you have any questions or you want me to include something else in one of my next videos, competitions, feel free to ask in the comments. If you comment or subscribe, I will be giving away another case, which will be this one, the Unicorn Beetle case. Anyway, guys, appreciate your time. Hasta la vista.